Welcome to Vacation Station, hosted by Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazines.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Big Blend Radio's Vacation Station Travel Show. Every third Tuesday, we get to go to Natchitoches, and we love Natchitoches. It is the oldest city and settlement in Louisiana. In fact, it was founded in 1714 as the original French colony. That's the oldest settlement in the Louisiana Purchase. It's home to the Cane River Creole National Historical Park. It's part of the Cane River National Heritage Area. And it's also the final destination on the El Camino Real de los Tejas National Historic Trail. And it's part of Louisiana's no man's land. So it's very historic. And today we're going to talk about the National Historic Landmark District. It's a 33-block area that's on the banks of Cane River Lake. So it's basically the historic downtown of Natchitoches. And so we're going to talk about all the different events happening in fall. Natchitoches loves to celebrate. I'm serious. If there's a reason for an event, they'll make the reason for the event. They want a party, and it's a good place to go hang out. We're excited to have Arlene Gould back on the show. Arlene is the director of the Natchitoches Convention and Visitor Bureau. And I want you to go to their website. It's Natchitoches.com, and that is Natchitoches. So there it is, Natchitoches.com. So welcome back, Arlene. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much, Lisa. Thanks for having me this morning.
Hey, it's always good to have you on the show. And we've also got Jill Leo. She is the Director of Promotions and Events for the Natchitoches Historic District Business Association and Natchitoches Main Street. So whatever's going on downtown, she knows about. So welcome back to the show, Jill. How are you?
Thank you, Lisa. It's great to be here this morning.
Hey, are you ready for fall? Because I'm looking at this list of events and I feel like I'm starting to get anxious for you, Jill. That's a lot going on.
It's definitely a busy time of year here in Natchitoches. It's a great time to visit because there's always something going on.
Yeah, and downtown, Arlene, because a lot of this, you have that, massive amphitheater that was just, recently renovated. I've got to say that because, we had COVID take, part of our party time away, but you've got that amazing event space downtown, right on the Cane River Lake.
We do. We have that beautiful amphitheater seating overlooking Cane River with our new stage and all the riverbank improvements that were done just a few years ago. So it just makes for a really nice atmosphere to hold all of our festivities and festivals. And fall in Natchitoches is probably one of my favorite seasons because it's decorated so nicely with all the bales of hay and the corn stalks, and just, you just got the feel of fall around you in the harvest season. So it's just a real fun time in Natchitoches during the fall.
Well, speaking of that, one of the events I wanted to touch on, Jill, is the 10th annual Crows on the Cane. So basically, is downtown full of scarecrows from what I was reading?
Yes, ma'am. We have several of our businesses and nonprofits that participate. We have a scarecrow contest the second weekend in October that helps us decorate our downtown. And we have a lot of interesting entries each year. I love to see the creativity that each of our organizations come up with. But we do have a contest, and we do leave the scarecrows up for the month of October. We have been averaging around 20 to 25 scarecrows each year, and those all line Front Street. So definitely something to see, along with the things Arlene mentioned, and of course, moms adorn all of the sidewalks and other areas.
Yeah, the flowers. I failed to mention that, but the flower baskets year round are always wonderful, but in the fall, our city guys that take care of the flowers, they'll probably put out about 2,000 pots of chrysanthemums all along the riverbank, and it's just so colorful and beautiful, and it's just nice to walk around and see all the fall colors and the fall themes, and like you said, the scarecrows. are so creative. You're like, oh wow, you just really, it's amazing what they come up with.
That's
And then when
beautiful.
they
When you
start getting the pumpkins, then they add in the
ooh,
pumpkins. They throw in the pumpkins later, so it's interesting and fun.
oh, so the 10th annual Crows on the Cane, that is October 7th. So that's the contest. So you can go downtown and
Yes.
be part of that. And then the pumpkins. Now I want to go to this. That's October 27th. So this is a pumpkin glow. So is that like another contest, but like of pumpkin, pumpkin carvings?
Yes, it is. Basically, we've evolved over the years. We now allow painted and carved pumpkins.
Oh, cool.
But several of our school art departments, individuals, all will come together, and we do a drop off that afternoon from 3 to 5, and we line the riverbank and stage area with all of the pumpkins, and of course we have a contest and give out prizes. And while all of that is going on, and people are able to enjoy the pumpkins, we have local orchestras, the school orchestra, and dance groups come down and perform. So it really has become a community event. Parents and grandparents come out to perform,
Oh, cool.
all while they enjoy all of the decorated pumpkins down.
And
It's really grown each year.
I heard not only there's the music, the pumpkins, but there's food. This is important. You've got popcorn, caramel apple. I mean, come on, when you think about the apples, I want those. I
Right?
call them toffee apples. Is it caramel or caramel? How do you pronounce them? Everyone has a different way of pronouncing things.
Well, my southern slang, I tend to say caramel, but
Caramel,
yes, caramel. But that's
caramel
just
apples.
me.
No, yeah, no, that's good. So caramel apples, like that is like, and you got hot dogs and yeah, to me that this sounds like just one of those really cool community events. And, for travelers, going to these kind of events really gives you a glimpse into where you are. I think it's important that we do these kind of events. I mean, who doesn't want, a caramel apple walking down Cane River, and looking at pumpkins and then go shopping. This is
Right?
the get shopping.
Well,
Downtown
and
has a good place
And
to shop.
for the record, let's also add that it's not just caramel apples. They do all sorts of flavors. There's everything from dipped in Oreo cookies to pecans to they actually have a business on Front Street, Sweet Fruit Delights. And when I tell you, they probably have about 15 different flavors of things that they dip the apples in. So definitely
Wow.
something to
Uh-oh, this is, you see, we always get to talking about food, Arlene. This
right?
happens.
I
You can't
know.
cannot talk about Natchitoches or the state of Louisiana without food because a meat pie is going to sneak into one of these events somewhere, right? Because Natchitoches is famous for meat
Always,
pies.
Absolutely.
It's
always.
always a meat pie. So the other thing too we should touch on is, oh well, let's go to Taptober. This is, October 15th, everyone. Since we're talking about food, we got to talk about brews. So
Drink.
this, Arlene, Nancy, and I need to put this on our list for next year.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right. Craft beers and wine. Hey, sounds good, huh?
hey, I like this. Over 100. I was reading on your website, and everyone, all these events are natchitoches.com. I was reading over 150 beer, wine, and seltzer tastings. Seriously, someone just, carry me around. Now, so is this downtown as well?
Yes,
This is
ma'am. Right on the riverbank.
Mm,
is, and just to note, the headliner this year is Tracy Lawrence.
very cool. Tracy Lawrence. Wow. So you have like the tastings and then you have music. You've got Hunter Girl music, Tracy Lawrence, and David Daniels. But am I right in that this is a fundraiser as well? So it's, here's this really cool festival with brews and wine, music, awesome music. But this is also a fundraiser.
It is a fundraiser.
Yes.
The local hospital foundation and cancer actually put on the event. It started initially as a fundraiser just to raise money for a transportation van for the cancer center. I mean, it's just
Mm.
grown each year and become a larger event each year. But proceeds do go for different projects they're reaching out throughout the year.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Again, the right kind of event to go to. One thing I do want to touch on, and Arlene, I know we've touched on this, we've talked about this event for years on the show, and this event just seems to be growing. The end of September, so September 30th and October 1st is the annual Natchitoches Car Show. So you look at this, charming downtown. I mean, you've got the wrought iron, you've got, the architecture is really fascinating. And I really encourage visitors going to Natchitoches or anywhere in Northwest Louisiana, go to downtown first. Take a self-guided tour. Arlene has, in the downtown, at the office downtown, the Visitor Bureau office, they have maps that tell you all these different, all the architectural styles, all the historic buildings. But there's also a really cool walking tour, and they're still doing that, right, Arlene? Over the Cane River
Yes,
National Heritage
yes.
Area, do the walking tour. Is it Tuesdays still, or maybe I'm wrong on
No,
that?
it's actually Wednesdays through Saturdays, and they meet at our office. Right now, it's at 10:30 in the mornings, where they can meet at our office, and the ranger from the Cane River National Heritage Area will come and meet them to do a downtown historic district walking tour, complimentary. So
Oh,
it's very informative and it's really interesting.
I love it because it's, it really gives you this history of Natchitoches. I mean, it's like we were saying, it's the, very first settlement in the state and the Louisiana Purchase. So you get the history of the Louisiana Purchase, you get the history of, what is no man's land when there was no law and order for 3 years back in the day. So there were rum
Mhm.
runners out in those swamps, right? Like there was stuff going on out there, and you want to find out about it. So it's really cool. But so the end of the month here, September 30th through October 1st, this downtown district is just lined with over 400 classic cars. This is cool. I mean, just the cars and the architecture, and then you've got the river, right? Cane River Lake. Arlene, this has got to be one of your favorite events to just go downtown and see all these
It
cars
is,
and
and it's so amazing to have seen how much it's grown over the years. When it first started, we just had the cars down on the riverbank, on the lower, level down there by the river. Then it grew to where we had so many cars it grew to the riverbank and Front Street along the bricks, along the brick road. But now it goes all the way to Second Street. So we've gone from the riverbank to Front Street and now along Second Street. That's how many more cars have joined, the Natchitoches Car Show. It's just amazing, and people love to come because um, participants come from all over. I mean, Jill could probably tell you more how many different states, that they're coming from when they register. But I know that right now they probably have over 300 cars registered.
wow, wow. Jill, yeah, do you have any insight on the states, or because there's music too? There's cars and music. You can't have one without the other. you
Yes,
know.
we do have two different stages that run throughout the day on Saturday. On Friday, just backing up a little bit, on Friday our day is geared towards our participants. We have a fish fry on the downtown riverbank. We serve around between 6 and 800, and we have live music. This year we're also going to have a fireworks display on Friday evening that will
Cool.
be open to the public. But cars are on display Friday night. Those that are already in town or want to drop by and see those that have made it. And then on Saturday is our official show day. We do have two separate stages. We possibly will be adding a third stage. But live music will take place all day up until 4 p.m. when we have our award ceremony on the
Oh,
but this event, it is actually one of my favorite events. We have people that have come as far as California, Washington State, that are traveling here on their way sometimes to cruising the coast. I don't know if you're familiar with cruising the coast, but that is a very large car show that takes place down on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. They normally have between 7 and 8,000 cars each year.
wow.
But we are a great stopping point. We strategically plan our show the weekend before cruising the coast. So a lot of
Mm.
people come to our show. It's a great stopping point for them. Wives love it because the husbands can sit and enjoy the show and sit with their cars, and the wives can go shopping on Front Street. So it's not your typical show because a lot of times car shows are just in a parking lot or a field or something. Whereas when you come to downtown Natchitoches, you kind of have the best of both worlds. You've got shopping and restaurants to help help
Mm.
make for a great day.
Yeah, well, I love this because it seems that so like all the events we're talking about is so family focused too. It's family friendly. And
They
you
are.
know, when I think about main streets and downtowns, that's what it, used to be about. Like kids could go to the, get a, an old-fashioned soda kind of thing, when you and
Sure.
I think downtown Natchitoches, I mean, you go to Cafe Frederick, you can still go get Coke in a bottle. Like seriously. It's
You can,
it's the
and you
oldest
could go next
mercantile in
door
the
to
state.
Caffey's. Yeah,
Yeah.
next door to Caffey's is a candy store.
Oh yeah.
All
See,
sorts of neat candy.
see, it just goes back to, some nostalgia, but just what a downtown is about, where there's, actual offices, working offices, like Arlene's busy away in there. And then, people
And
upstairs,
Jill
working.
too.
Jill's there too. But then you've got, the boutique shops and everything, and the art galleries and the restaurants with meat
Yeah.
pies. I'm just saying. So, but it's something, our downtowns are so important. The more we're, doing all this shopping online, which I know is convenient and easy, but there's nothing like going in and seeing something unique that you won't find online in a store. Like when you go to the shops in Natchitoches, I'm telling you, you're going to see all kinds of handcrafted, pieces of art from locals, and you're going to find something that no one else has. And I think that's an important thing about downtowns and supporting those kind of mom and pop shops. This is the real deal when you go there. And it's, for me, even though we're traveling full time, we can get good gifts for our friends, even though, we don't have a home to put them in because we're on the road as nomads. But, it's just a pleasure to see something new and different, So it's a good time to
Right.
get your shopping done, listen to music, kids have activities. I mean, these are just really great events. Um, so everyone, so this is, October 30th through October 1st for the car show. The annual Crows on the Cane, that's October 7th. Taptober, we want that, October 15th, and the Pumpkin Glow is October 27th. In the meantime, Arlene, there's a farmer's market.
Yes, farmers market starts on Saturday, October 15th, and it runs every Saturday through November the 12th. And it's right down there on the riverbank. So a lot of homemade, handmade, and really good, farm products and other goodies that you can get down there at the farmers market.
Mm, very cool. Very cool. I want to go to that. So everyone, you're going to want to go to natchitoches.com is the website to get all the events. And before you ladies go, I do want to touch on the American Cemetery. This is a very historic cemetery. Wasn't it? It's the oldest cemetery in the Louisiana Purchase, Arlene?
Yes, it's a really, really fascinating cemetery because it was near where the fort site was when the fort was established in 1713, 1714 when Natchitoches was established. So you have many of the original soldiers and families for Natchitoches, from Natchitoches or from other countries really that came to Natchitoches, mainly France. But this is a really big cemetery for Natchitoches and very historic.
Mm.
And the first Friday of every month, there's a free guided tour in that cemetery. So it's located on Second Street. The main entrance is right there by the Holy Cross Catholic Church. But very, very interesting cemetery. Yep, and very old.
Very old, yeah. So this is really, part of what makes this a historic district, right? Jill, this is a big part of it is you have so much history and all the architecture. It's just got to be so cool for putting these events with that backdrop of history, So I think this is cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It just complements all of the things that are offered when you come downtown. There's
Yeah.
pretty
No,
much
no.
something for everyone.
It's I'm homesick now, because we consider Natchitoches like, this other home. Because it's just
Come
every
see us.
time we
Well,
go there,
you are always welcome. That's for
it's
sure.
we love it there because it just, I don't know, there's just such a relaxed vibe. It just, you just feel like, oh, I'm home again. I don't know, it's definitely one of our favorite places. on the planet, that's for sure. So I encourage everyone to go and check it out. Go to the downtown area, then also go explore, go to the Cane River Creole National Historical Park. There's Melrose Plantation. They have a festival in fall as well, the Melrose Plantation, very historic site. So you want to check that out. And anything else, ladies, before we go that we should let people know about for fall? Jill, you want to tell us what your favorite thing to do in the fall is in Natchitoches?
Well, I think I mentioned earlier, car show is near and dear to my heart. That's probably my favorite event. But as you know, we probably will talk later in the year, but Christmas Festival will be here before we know it. Natchitocheschristmas.com. I'll just give a shameless plug for it.
Go for
But
it.
tickets are already
Go for
tickets are already on sale on our website. If you're interested in coming, as well as our full schedule of events that will kick off November 19th. So just keep that in mind if you're planning trips later in the year. We do have everything, like I said, on our website at natchitocheschristmas.com.
natchitocheschristmas.com. And so isn't it like 300,000 lights or something that happens? Is it 300,000?
Correct. Over 300,000 lights, and we have over 100 set pieces that line the downtown river.
It's crazy. You all want to party. And then when it goes all the way until Epiphany, and then next thing you know, you have Mardi Gras. What's going on, Arlene? I mean, you can't be having all these
It's
parties
always a
without
party.
us. It is.
You know,
It's
we
all
were
the
talking the other day. You know, Louisiana has over 400 festivals throughout the state in the year. It's like there's always something going on. So there's no shortage in Natchitoches either of a fun time or a festival. But actually, you know, the Natchitoches Christmas Festival, this is our 96th year. So we're pretty much on the countdown to 100. And we're as old as the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So we're looking forward to this year for the Christmas festival season. It has grown to a 6-week festival. Like Jill said, the lights come on November the 19th, and they will stay on through January 6th with fireworks every Saturday in between. So
I love it. I love it.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, and it's a good way to get into the Christmas spirit. And yeah, we need to have fun. I think everybody's, done with the whole COVID thing, and it's still lingering out there. So just be careful. But come on, we want to party, y'all. Let's get outside. We want outside. We want to have fun, and this is the way to do it. So everyone, Natchitoches.com, that is Natchitoches, Natchitoches.com. You can also learn more about our adventures in Natchitoches. Go to nationalparktraveling.com. And of course, keep up with us every third Tuesday. We shine our lights on Natchitoches, the oldest city in Louisiana that likes to party. So we'll be chatting again soon. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa.
Well, thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.